Beneath the breathtaking vistas and serene landscapes of Yellowstone National Park lies a series of chilling mysteries that have puzzled experts and families alike. Across decades, whispers of children vanishing without a trace among the towering trees and winding trails have echoed through the wilderness. These stories, each unique yet tragically linked by the unyielding grip of the unknown, invite us into the heart of nature's paradox. Its beauty conceals depths that sometimes inexplicably do not give back. Join us as we delve into the enigmatic disappearances of children at Yellowstone, a journey through hope, heartbreak, and the haunting quest for answers. In the sprawling wilds of Yellowstone National Park, where nature's grandeur unfolds at every turn, a family's idyllic vacation turned into a heart-wrenching mystery that has lingered for decades. On a crisp spring day in 1966, the Johnson family, hailing from Inyokern, California, embarked on what was supposed to be a memorable family outing amidst the breathtaking landscapes of Yellowstone. Little did they know their lives were about to change forever. Dennis Eugene Johnson, an adventurous and spirited 8-year-old, was the heartbeat of the Johnson family. With his sandy blonde hair gleaming under the sun and a curiosity as vast as the park itself, Dennis embodied the joy and innocence of childhood. The family, consisting of his mother Betty, father William, and 3 sisters, Doreen, Mary, and Diane, had chosen the Cascade picnic area, just north of Canyon Junction, as their haven for the day. The picnic spot, surrounded by towering pines and the musical sounds of nature, was the perfect backdrop for their family bonding. The day, April 12th, unfolded with laughter and the sharing of stories as the family settled in for their picnic. However, at around 1:30 p.m., a moment of panic disrupted the tranquility. Mary, Dennis's 7-year-old sister, had wandered off from the picnic area, her absence sending waves of concern through the family. In a split-second decision, Dennis and his father, William, decided to search for Mary, splitting up to cover more ground. Dennis, despite his young age, was no stranger to the outdoors. Having accompanied his father on numerous hunting trips, he had been imbued with basic survival skills and an understanding of the wilderness. Confident in navigating the park, Dennis decided to find his sister. His father, reassured by Dennis's competence, focused his search in the opposite direction. As fate would have it, Mary was soon found by another park visitor and safely taken to a ranger station, where she was reunited with her father. However, as the sun descended, casting long shadows over the park, a chilling realization set in. Dennis had not returned. The ensuing search for Dennis Johnson was monumental. Over the course of 2 weeks, more than 50 volunteers, park officials, and members of the sheriff's department combed the area. Helicopters with loudspeakers circled overhead while searchers with binoculars scanned the ridgelines and cliff faces. Bloodhounds from Montana State Prison were brought in, but the rugged terrain offered no clues, no tracks, not even the faintest sign of Dennis. The family's anguish was palpable as they clung to hope with each passing day. The search operation, which cost $14,000, a staggering amount for 1966, was a testament to the desperation and determination to find Dennis. Yet as the days turned into weeks, hope began to wane, and the family faced the heart-wrenching decision to leave Yellowstone without their beloved Dennis. Dennis's disappearance remains one of Yellowstone's greatest mysteries. Speculations have abounded over the years, from theories of abduction to the possibility of Dennis becoming lost or injured in the unforgiving wilderness. Despite the passage of time, the question of what happened to Dennis Eugene Johnson on that fateful day in 1966 continues to haunt those who remember him. The Johnson family's ordeal is a poignant reminder of life's unpredictable nature and our existence's fragility. Dennis's story, etched in the annals of Yellowstone's history, is a solemn tribute to the spirited young boy who ventured into the park one spring day and never returned. As the years have passed, the memory of Dennis, with his bright smile and adventurous spirit, continues to resonate, a sad echo amidst the beauty and majesty of Yellowstone National Park. In the sprawling expanse of Yellowstone National Park, where nature's grandeur unfolds in every direction, a family embarked on a journey that was supposed to be a memorable escape into the wilderness and wonder. Lori Vallow, a mother with deep eyes that held stories untold, planned this adventure to bond and create lasting memories with her children, 17-year-old Tylee Ryan and 7-year-old J.J. Vallow. Their uncle, Alex Cox, joined them, bringing the group an air of protection and camaraderie. September 8, 2019, dawned a bright and clear day that promised laughter and lighthearted explorations. With her passion for photography, Tylee was eager to capture the park's stunning vistas, while JJ's youthful energy was boundless, his excitement palpable in the crisp morning air. As they ventured into the heart of Yellowstone, each moment was a snapshot of joy, each photograph a treasure to be cherished. But beneath the surface of this idyllic day lay undercurrents of mystery and turbulence from Lori's past. A complex web of beliefs and a new marriage to Chad Daybell whispered secrets and shadows. But on this day, the beauty of Yellowstone seemed to hold those shadows at bay. As the day unfolded, the family immersed themselves in the park's natural splendor. The geysers' mist, the rugged landscapes, and the serene beauty of the forests were their playground, where worries seemed distant and the family bond felt unbreakable. Yet as the afternoon shadows began to lengthen, a subtle shift occurred, a momentary lapse that would become the pivot upon which their world would turn. The last photographs of Tylee, taken in the vibrant setting of Yellowstone, captured her smile, a fleeting moment frozen in time, unbeknownst to them, marking the threshold of the unknown. JJ, with his infectious laugh, remained by his sister's side, their connection evident in every frame. These images would later emerge as poignant echoes of a day that began with promise and ended in an unfathomable silence. As the day waned, the family's return to their everyday world was tinged with unease. JJ was last seen on September 23rd, a sudden absence that sent ripples of concern through the family and beyond. The decision to homeschool him marked the beginning of a disappearance that defied explanation, a void where once there was laughter and life. The ensuing investigation peeled back the layers of Lori's life, revealing a tapestry woven with strands of doomsday beliefs and the shadow of deaths that seemed to follow in their wake. The tranquil beauty of Yellowstone now bore the weight of unanswered questions, and the last photographs of Tylee are a haunting reminder of what was lost. As authorities delved deeper, the narrative became more convoluted, with the deaths of Lori and Chad's previous spouses casting a pall over their story. Each revelation added depth to the mystery, making the search for Tylee and JJ into a quest for truth amid a labyrinth of deceit. Yellowstone, with its majestic beauty and untamed wilderness, became the backdrop for a story transcending the bounds of an ordinary disappearance. In this place where nature's power is manifest, it was here that the last moments of a family's togetherness were captured, now shrouded in the shadow of the unknown. As the seasons change and the park continues to beckon adventurers and dreamers, the story of Tylee and JJ remains a whisper among the pines, a tale of joy eclipsed by mystery. Their laughter, once vibrant in the crisp air of Yellowstone, now echoes with the poignant reminder of their absence, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and a family's heart-rending quest for closure. In the heart of Yellowstone, where the natural world unfolds in all its majesty, the memory of that September day lingers, a testament to the fragile thread that connects us all and the enduring hope for answers in the face of the unfathomable. As the search for truth continues, the story of a day that began with the promise of adventure and ended in silence unfolds, a narrative of love, loss, and the unyielding pursuit of closure in the vast wilderness of the unknown. In the heart of Idaho's sprawling landscapes, nestled within the bounds of Lemhi County, lies a tale that has puzzled minds and broken hearts. This story begins in the summer of 2015 in the serene yet unforgiving wilderness of Timber Creek Campground. A family's dream of peacefully retreating into nature became an enduring nightmare. The Coons family, eager for an escape from the daily grind, set off on a camping trip that was meant to be a memorable adventure. Little did they know it would become memorable for all the wrong reasons. Among them was 2-year-old Dior Coons Jr., a boy with a sparkle in his eye and an innocent curiosity about the world around him. The group was an assembly of generations and acquaintances: Vernal Dior Coons, the doting father; Jessica Mitchell, his girlfriend and Dior's mother; Robert Walton, Dior's great-grandfather; and Isaac Reinwand, a friend of Walton's. They were a makeshift family unit tied together by the little boy they all adored. Their journey to Timber Creek Campground was filled with laughter and anticipation. Upon arrival, as the sun dipped below the horizon, they set up their campsite. Dior, with his tiny hands, helped his parents with tasks, his laughter echoing through the trees. That night, under a blanket of stars, the family went to sleep, unaware that their world was about to change forever. The following day, July 10th, 2015, started like any other camping day. The sun rose, casting its warm glow on the faces of our campers, but as the afternoon approached, a brief moment of distraction fragmented the group. Jessica and Vernal decided to explore the surroundings, leaving Dior in the care of his great-grandfather. Miscommunication led to a devastating oversight. Dior was left unattended. The realization that Dior was missing struck like a bolt of lightning. Panic ensued as the family scoured the campground, calling out for the little boy who was nowhere to be found. The sounds of desperation shattered the tranquility of Timber Creek. The authorities were alerted, and a massive search operation was launched. Volunteers, law enforcement, and search and rescue teams combed the area, but the rugged terrain offered no clues. Dior had vanished, leaving behind a trail of questions and a family's broken heart. In the wake of Dior's disappearance, the stories from the four adults began to diverge, with each account muddling the truth further. The lack of consistency casts a shadow of doubt and suspicion over the entire group. Could someone among them know more than they were letting on? The small community of Lador and beyond rallied around the Kunz family, holding on to hope that Dior would be found. Yet that hope dimmed as days turned into weeks and weeks into years. The mystery of what happened to Dior Kunz Jr. remained unsolved, like a puzzle with missing pieces. Speculation swirled around Vernal and Jessica. Their actions were scrutinized and their pasts examined. Accusations flew, but without concrete evidence, they remained just that, accusations. The investigation hit dead ends and theories abounded, each more heart-wrenching than the last. In this quiet corner of Idaho, a family's dream became an ongoing quest for answers. The disappearance of Dior Kunz Jr. is a haunting reminder of how quickly joy can turn to sorrow, and how a moment's lapse can lead to a lifetime of regret. Dior continues to live in the hearts of those who knew him, and those who have come to learn his story over time. His disappearance has created an irreplaceable void in his family, a missing piece that can never be filled. The mystery of what happened to the young child in the vast wilderness of Idaho remains unsolved, a story without an end, a question without an answer. In the lush, expansive embrace of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, a mystery that has echoed through the valleys and over the peaks remains unsolved, leaving a void in the hearts of a family and a community. This is the story of Dennis "Denny" Martin, a 6-year-old boy whose disappearance on Father's Day weekend in 1969 has become an enduring enigma, a tale of innocence lost amidst nature's grandeur. The Martin family had a tradition, a ritual of unity and celebration in the heart of the mountains they so loved. Every summer they gathered for a family reunion, but this particular year was exceptional. It was Denny's introduction to this cherished tradition. With excitement in his heart and the wilderness calling, Denny ventured into the park, unaware of the shadow ahead. On June 14, 1969, Spence Field became the stage for a moment that would forever alter the course of the Martin family's lives. With his bright red shirt and green shorts, Denny became the central figure in a playful prank intended to surprise the adults. The plan was simple. The children would hide and jump out to startle their unsuspecting parents. Due to the visibility of his red shirt, Denny was to hide alone, a decision that now haunts those who loved him. Bill Martin, Denny's father, watched his son step off the trail, his slight figure disappearing behind a bush. It was a moment frozen in time, a father's last glimpse of his son. When Denny failed to emerge with the laughter of the other children, concern quickly turned into dread. Bill Martin's desperate search through the dense forest, calling out for Denny, yielded silence. The park rangers were alerted, and thus began a search operation that would become the largest in the park's history. The search for Denny Martin spanned nearly 60 square miles of rugged terrain, a testament to the determination to find the young boy. Over 1,400 volunteers, FBI agents, bloodhounds, U.S. Army helicopters, Boy Scouts, and the Green Berets scoured the area, their efforts hampered by the erratic weather of the mountains. Heavy winds and rain showers, which followed shortly after Denny's disappearance, may have erased any clues to his whereabouts. Despite the massive scale of the search, no trace of Denny was found, not even the child-sized footprints in the Oxford shoes he was wearing that day. The mystery deepened with the account of a state highway engineer, Harold Key, who reported hearing a child scream on the day Denny disappeared. Key's encounter with an unkempt man near the scene added layers of speculation and fear, but the distance from Spence Field led investigators to discount this lead. The wilderness of the Great Smoky Mountains kept its secrets, leaving only questions and the anguish of a family missing their little man. In 1985, a ginseng hunter claimed to have found a child's skeleton in an area remote from where Denny was last seen. Still, his illegal activities in the park deterred him from reporting the discovery until years later. When searched, nothing was found, and the lead turned cold, as did the hope of solving the mystery. The search for Dennis Martin changed the Martin family forever, transforming search and rescue operations within the park. The overwhelming influx of volunteers and potential evidence contamination led to reflections on the strategies employed in such critical situations. Yet despite these lessons learned, the fate of Dennis Martin remains a haunting unknown. As the years have passed, theories have emerged, ranging from tragic accidents to more sinister explanations, yet none have brought closure. The Great Smoky Mountains continue to whisper the name of Dennis Martin, a child of the wilderness whose laughter was silenced too soon. In the hearts of those who remember, the search for Denny never ends, a quest for answers in a tale woven into the fabric of the park's history. In the heart of Colorado's majestic Roosevelt National Forest, a day that began with laughter and sunlight would end in shadows and mysteries that have lingered for decades. This is the story of Jared Atadero, a spirited 3-year-old boy whose disappearance on October 2, 1999, would haunt his family, searchers, and the nation. Jared, with his infectious giggle and boundless curiosity, was the light of the Atadero family. Alan Atadero, a single father, cherished his moments with Jared and his sister Jocelyn, weaving a life of joy and adventure around them. Their sanctuary was the Poudre River Resort, which held the essence of their happiest memories and soon, their most profound sorrow. On that fateful fall morning, the sky was a brilliant blue, the air crisp with the promise of autumn. The resort was buzzing with the energy of guests eager to explore the wilderness. Among them was a group from the Christian Singles Network, who proposed a spontaneous trip to the nearby state fish hatchery. When the adventure expanded to include a hike along the Big South Trail, Alan's heart hesitated at the thought of Jared venturing into the forest. Yet, reassured by the group's enthusiasm and the light in his children's eyes, he consented. The trail was a ribbon winding through the rugged beauty of the Comanche Peak wilderness, a place of awe and peril as they would soon discover. The group, with Jared and Jocelyn among them, embarked with laughter, unaware of the turn their day would take. As the afternoon sun dappled through the trees, the group splintered, with some pushing ahead and others trailing behind. Jared, with his tiny legs and boundless energy, ran ahead, a flash of color against the earthy tones of the forest. He encountered 2 fishermen who thought little of the lone boy, assuming the group was close behind. But in those crucial moments, Jared slipped away, his presence absorbed by the vast wilderness. Alan's world shattered at the resort with the news of Jared's disappearance. Panic and disbelief gripped him as he raced to the trail, his voice echoing through the trees, calling for his son. Once a place of joy, the forest became a maze of fear and desperation. The search for Jared mobilized a community and captured the attention of a nation. Volunteers, search and rescue teams, helicopters, and dogs scoured the area. A collective effort marked by hope and hindered by nature's unpredictability. Yet, despite their exhaustive efforts, the forest offered no answers. Days have turned to weeks, weeks to years, with Jared's fate remaining a mystery. Theories abounded: a mountain lion attack, an abduction, a tragic misstep. But none brought solace or closure. Then, nearly 4 years later, a discovery by hikers brought a grim reality to the surface. Jared's belongings, scattered on a remote slope, and the fragment of a skull were all that remained, silent testaments to a life lost too soon. For Alan, the years have been a journey through grief, anger, and acceptance. The souvenirs of Jared's life, a toy tank, a Raiders hat, a Star Wars toy, and the skull fragment, are sacred relics, reminders of the boy who brought so much joy and the profound absence his disappearance has left. Yet in the shadow of loss, there is also light. Alan finds strength in his faith and in the love that endures beyond the confines of life and death. He speaks of Jared with a mixture of sorrow and hope, a father forever connected to his son by the unbreakable bonds of love. The mystery of Yarridadero's disappearance remains unsolved. A story of joy turned to heartbreak, adventure turned to tragedy. It is a tale that reminds us of the fragility of life, the depth of a parent's love, and the enduring quest for peace amidst the unfathomable. In the heart of the Roosevelt National Forest, where a little boy's laughter once echoed, there lies a silence, a poignant reminder of the mystery that endures and the love that never fades.